That makes it 2 wins in a row, Mets fans. I am stoked over the Seattle Mariners, and it's safe to say maybe, just maybe, the season is not over yet as the lineup continues to show out. And as we always say, we go as Francisco Lindor goes. He had 3 hits today. Brandon Nimmo with a hit. Alonso with a hit. McNeil with 2 hits. Francisco Álvarez continues to tear the cover off the ball. Since returning from AAA, and it's no longer just a small little sample size. Maybe this is the player that he is, but he did get injured, legging out that double. Okay with that, but he had 3 hits, 2 runs scored. Brett Beatty had a hit. Mark Vienots with 2 for 3 with a walk. The big 3-run home run, maybe, just maybe, Mark Vienots loves the month of August and September and can finally start to get going, because we all know as Mets fans, if we had our choice of who's going to lead this team into the postseason when it really matters, we watched Vienots do it last year, so hopefully he can kind of go into that role this season. Cedric Mullins, 1 for 4 with a run, and let's be honest, we've all watched what Clay Holmes has done over his last few starts. He has been terrible, but Clay Holmes today gives you 5, only allows that 1 earned run. And I think the big thing I wanted to take away from today's game, if we could take away anything outside of what happened with this bullpen over the last couple weeks, it's Ryan Helsley. Let's be real. He came in throwing strikes, breaking ball, not just throwing every single ball as a fastball, gets 2 big strikeouts and 1, including Eugenio Suarez, which was huge. Let's be real. That is something that the New York Mets desperately needed to see, was him actually show out. Now, I'm not going to sit here and completely jump for joy, but it's good to see us beat another playoff team. In Seattle, for me, is easily going to be a playoff team. Now we got to get to one negative. I'm going to bring it up right here. Let me pull it up over on X for you guys on stream. If you could do me all a favor, give us a thumbs up. Consider becoming a subscriber if it's your first time here. But I want to get to one tweet we had out today over on Metcast. Let me just pull it up really quick. And yes, it's in regard to Reed Garrett. Reed Garrett, the month of August, only the month of August. So throw away the rest of the season, which I know is not easy to do. But his last 7 outings, 7 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, a 7.71 ERA. Think about a 7.71. Someone who we relied on so much early on in the season, and now look what he's doing. So it is a bit concerning. I'm not gonna lie. Reed Garrett, somebody who we thought was going to be a lock to be somebody who's great for this team heading into the postseason, now isn't so reliable. But outside of that, it was a good overall game. Now I want to get to MLB scores around the league, because obviously we're officially in watch mode. And I wouldn't even say the Phillies. It's more the Reds and other wild card contenders for, who are gonna the Mets are battling for. And let's be honest, another big thing I want to discuss before I forget. How about, if you guys didn't see it, we released it over on X, Rob Manfred's comments about what's going to happen with baseball and realignment. I cannot believe baseball is considering this. I believe they're trying to expand. Remember, I had a source. I told you guys the Mets were not the Mets. MLB was contemplating Nashville. This is this past offseason. And now we're talking about, if they expand to 32 teams, they may go into an NBA style format, which I hate. That would be horrible. I don't want to have 16 and 16, the top 8, so you have half the league makes it, where they expand the postseason, where you're going to have teams like, think about it, you'll have teams like the Dodgers are going to be 50 games above the team that's, battling for the 8th place seed. The NBA, you have 8 teams that make it, and then there's 2 play-ins. 20 out of 30 teams make the damn tournament. It's so dumb, and I hope baseball doesn't do that, because it will ruin the regular season. You will have teams in September who have locked up a playoff spot with 30 games to go, resting literally everybody. So I hope that doesn't happen. But I know some people are saying, well, the Yankees and the Mets would be in a division with the Red Sox. I don't really care about that. But, let me know what you guys think. That's something that's interesting that came up today. Let me get to some of your guys' comments. We're going to keep it a short show tonight as it is late and I got work early. Klub, that is 2 in a row. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Scott, great win. Michael, good win. Yeah, Thomas, 0 for Alonso. And I will say that late RBI situation, 1 out. He looked bad. He looked bad. Buzz, what's going on, brother? Good to hear from you. What's up, Ray? Felt nice to finally watch a full game and a win. Yes, and a win to boot. Absolutely. We won the series, Mets fans, from KG. Will says, fool's gold still exists. Yeah, I know. We all get suckered in, don't we? I said I wouldn't go back to a game until the Mets won a series. Well, looks like I'm back, baby. Looking forward to the next homestand, but I see a lot of you guys in here talking about Reed Garrett, man. How bad has he been? How bad has he been? Terrible. Terrible. Ray, we won the series. Jump for joy. Yeah, I know. On to DC, Ray. You know what? This scares the ever-living hell out of me. Let's be real. The Washington Nationals give fits to literally everybody, especially our Mets. We should pound the hell out of them. It should not even be close, but just win the series. I'm not asking for a sweep. I think that's very reasonable. Just win the series. Jose, wow, 2 wins in a row. Is that what a postseason team's supposed to look like? By the way, Alonso up to his old bad habits, swinging at pitches low and 2 feet out of the strike zone. Could not agree with you more, Jose. But let's hope that if Alonso's going to go on a little bit of a slump here, the rest of the team could get going. Lindor seems to be red hot now. Hopefully, Nimmo really starts to get going. And the league's going to continue to walk Soto until he has legitimate protection behind him, which he doesn't have right now, unfortunately. Michael says McGill is coming back soon. Yeah, he had another rehab start. I don't know where they're going to stick him. Unfortunately, I think if the Mets are going to be expanding this rotation, he's going to get the first crack over a Tyler McGill, which really sucks. Let's be real. Over a Brandon Sproat, which really sucks. Michael checking in over on Facebook. What's going on, Michael? I don't think I ever thought Reed Garrett as a lack to be anything, but I did expect him to be a guy we could use with some sort of confidence down the stretch. I agree. My confidence in Garrett has gone out the window. It's like every time out there, he gives up a home run. Literally every time, especially the last 7. Now, it could just be a rough patch, and the Mets have been using him in blowout-type games, but maybe also he's an adrenaline guy. Some of those guys are like that. They just feed off adrenaline. And when you're coming in and blowout games, guys don't have it. Like Helsley said, he had to adjust from being a closer coming in the 8th inning. It's just a completely new role for him. But, we'll see where that goes. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Thanks so much for checking in. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Consider sharing the show to help us expand the show. We've grown into a great community. We're loving it over here, and I appreciate you guys being here. On to DC, fellas. Let's go Mets. Peace.